I've been making a lot of videos about others, man. It's time to make a video about me. Trying to show you guys, like I've been preaching for a long time, that you can get to where you want to be organically and with strategy by building trust with your community and your audience. My other channel, this is not an attempt for you to go subscribe to that channel. As a matter of fact, I don't want you to do that because it would hurt the channel if you're not a Detroit Lions fan. But I wanted to kind of tell you what I've done and try to help you do it as well. And I don't know what this channel is going to become. I don't know if it's going to become a commentary channel, still YouTube tricks and tips, or just my experience with navigating YouTube. But I wanted to show you what I've done, and that is organically through hard work and perseverance and dedication. Took a channel from 0 subscribers to over 30,000, which I hit last night. It took me so long to cross 30K. I mean, I was stuck in that 29.9 forever and finally got out of it. And we just had a number change. That is fantastic. That's the best right there. So this video is to encourage anyone that is thinking about starting a new channel. If you're in a niche or you're doing something and maybe you created a channel for one reason, but it's you're no longer doing that content. Don't be afraid to start a new channel. So I just hit 30,000 yesterday. It's the greatest feeling ever. You would have thought I hit 100K. Let me just kind of show you a little bit about the channel. So this is socialblade.com. And I think I like Social Blade better than View Stats right now. They've been doing it for a long time. As you can see, I am 30K. It looks so clean. Man, I have over 14 million views. I have over 2,500 videos. And this channel was created October 27th, 2021. That's the day I created the channel, not the day I dropped my first video. I actually didn't drop my first video until like November the 3rd or 7th so it took another week to week and a half for me to drop my first video. My rank is a C grade, and it tells you the total grade is a value representation of the Social Blade rank based on ranking against our whole database. Now that usually, you can't see it, that usually is a B, but I'll take a C. Social Blade rank is 685,088. Says the spot is shared with 3 other creators that are currently over 1,500,000 in a higher position. And I'm assuming this is the entire database of Social Blade registered YouTube channels. Subscriber rank, and I believe this is in the United States. This spot is shared with 4,044 creators that are there are currently. It tells you how many are ahead of me. And we can go here. As far as views rank, I'm in the top million. This spot is shared with 0 other creators. That is fantastic. I don't think I've ever seen that before. In the United States, wow, there are, okay, this kind of doesn't make any sense. Says this spot is shared with 0 other creators. There are currently 0 in a higher position. I'm not sure what that means. And then the category should say sports. But I wanted to show you that it took some time. It took some time. Now, I wasn't able to go back and really show you guys. I could have maybe taken a screenshot of it, but I wanted to show you my growth without showing you my revenue. Because, like I said, people pushing revenue, man, to me, it was misleading, and it's really not important, because if you do YouTube for passion, the revenue will come. You just have to know what to do and how to get it. So for the last 30 days, I've averaged about 300 subscribers. That's about right. Views for the last 30 days, almost 400,000. The monthly earnings is super wrong, and the yearly earnings, that's also wrong. That's way wrong. I'm going to let you use your imagination and put a number right there. But here's what I wanted to show you. Go down to this part right here. Now, this is going to give me, looks like, let me see, what day is this? You can't really see it. May 2022. So it's a 2-year, where my head is, it's 2 years. Monthly gain subscribers for Lion Syndicate. Now, I'm a football channel. I talk specifically about these guys here, the Detroit Lions. So football it's always relevant, but it's trendy certain points a year. It's trendy during the NFL draft, during the NFL season, and during NFL free agency. So those are the months of March. You can see here when I had a spike in 2024, if we go back to last year, so this is where we're at now. We're in about May 20. So last year, you can see the dip here. There's nothing going on. It happens every year. So from about May, here is the draft. This is, so let me show you exactly what I'm talking about. This was the pinnacle. Lions went to the game right before the Super Bowl. We lost that game. Sucked. Then this was the aftermath of that, right? So here is free agency of 2024. That carries over into April. April was the draft. That carries over to May. This is the deadest part of the NFL season. Right here, the season comes back, and this is when the season officially kicks off. So you can literally see a spike during the NFL season, and then it falls off. If the Lions ever won the Super Bowl, this would probably be up here or past this. So you can see a pattern. Every single year, it's the same thing. But what I want to show you is when you build organically and you build the right way, you can see steady growth. And that's what you want to see. So you might see some YouTubers that talk about that subscribers, they don't match your view count. That is true. There's very few people that get views equal subscribers. Mr. Beast, for example, has over 350 million subscribers. He doesn't get 350 million views every single video because subscribers, their taste change. The only thing, when they give you a subscription, that doesn't mean they're going to watch every video, and that's okay. But if they give you your subscription, that's huge. But they can also give you a view. They might not want to give you a view every time, but you can see this was a year and a half. As a matter of fact, this was my first year. So this was the end of my first year. Look at the growth from year one, which is, so this is the NFL season of year one, 2022. Look at the graph. All right. You can see it. Not too bad. Not too bad, but it could be better. So now we head over to 2024. Now we're coming into 2023. Now the NFL season is coming back. Look at it. And this was the pinnacle of the Lions season right here. But check this out. The next year, I even went higher, and the Lions didn't go as far as they went before. Okay? And that puts me right here. 30,034 subscribers. I am 69,966 away from a plaque. It's a long way to go, but I'm dedicated. And I will have a plaque on my wall that says Lion Syndicate. And hopefully one of many. Now, this isn't my first monetized channel. This isn't my first channel to cross 30K. I actually crossed 30K a few years ago on my original channel. That became a streaming channel. I've tried several attempts to try to pivot and change the content, but I don't think that's going to work, and I don't think I want to dedicate the energy to it. So I think what I'm gonna do is the niche I put it into. I'm gonna try to see what what I can do this year in that niche, and I've built separate videos to do separate things, or separate channels to do separate things. But there's a lot going around, man. A lot of people chasing viral views and viral videos. They're not building their community the right way. And I just want to show you something real quick. All right. I don't know how much money y'all need. How much money would you want to make from YouTube? How much money would you want to make? Would you want to make some side money? Would you want to? There's a lot going around about pushing full-time content creation, and there is a life in that. When it comes to AdSense, it's terrifying, but it's doable. But how much money would you want to make on YouTube? Would you want to just put a number right there? This number right here, okay? I'm going to give you this number right here. All right? Like I said, I've either made less or more than this, okay? Now, again, look at my views over the last 30 days. I'm going to let you use your imagination. I've either made more or less than this. Now, I know y'all might not know about YouTube, but this was my dream. My goal is to, let me tell you a little bit about what I want to do. Most of you, or some of you, may not understand, but I am obviously a Detroit Lions fan. And what got me into talking about the Detroit Lions on YouTube is I made a video back in 2018. We didn't really have good representation. The Lions have not always been a good team. They've been, matter of fact, a miserable team in the NFL, one of the worst for a long time. And we didn't have people talking about them. With the invention of YouTube and the reach that it had, being able to span communities, the FCC, you don't need a license, you don't need a degree, you don't need any of that stuff to start talking on the internet. And so I decided to start talking about the Detroit Lions. Nobody in the city was really doing it outside of the radio stations, and it was one. And if you wanted to voice your opinion, you had to call into the radio station. So in 2018, I think it's going on about 7 years ago now, I started talking to Detroit Lions. And my dream was to build a community inside the city. Like an actual, it's still my dream. My dream was to do YouTube full time by 45 in whatever capacity. And now in the next 5 years is to make this a legit business where where we have a brick and mortar, potentially, whatever the situation, to bring what the city doesn't have, which is actual fans, actual commentators that are fans of the team talking about the team. So again, you can do this too, but you got to do it the right way. You have to do it the right way. And 30,000 subscribers is full-time money. You can make full-time money with less than this. It's not all about the subscribers, but it's about the views. But here's why I want to make something very clear as we conclude this video. When people tell you subscribers don't matter, that is a lie. That is a lie. Subscribers don't matter when it comes to views and how you get paid necessarily. You understand what I mean? You can have people watching your videos that never subscribe, but you still get AdSense money. Why subscribers matter though? They matter. See, when people say subscribers don't matter, they're looking at short money. They're looking at AdSense. They're looking at AdSense money. They're looking at that quick buck. Subscribers do matter. 1, they help get you a plaque. 2, they are your community. Subscribers are your community. Subscribers are more likely to come back and watch a video no matter what you do. They're more likely to invest in your brand, whether it is a merchandise, whether it's a donation, whether it's a membership. When you take it off platform, subscribers are most likely to support you beyond just watching your video. And when I say support, I don't mean monetarily. I mean, it can go much, much further, right? That's only if you want that. So if you're trying to build a legit community, subscribers do matter because it all begins there. Anybody can get paid. Anybody can pay you by watching your video. You will get AdSense money. But those people may not go any further than that. So it can be done. You got to do it the right way. So I know it's a lot of stuff going around, a lot of misleading information, a lot of people that are chasing numbers and money, and all they talk about is money. It is so much more. Building a community, I would take 30,000, 34 subscribers and make between 1,500, 26,000, or even more than that, over 80,000 subscribers who don't watch my videos. I'm just saying. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And again, this is not a ploy. Anybody going around saying that I want you to subscribe to this channel, and that's why I'm pushing this channel. I do not want that. Do not do that. All right. The only people I want to watch this channel is people who care about the Detroit Lions. I'm using this channel as an example to encourage you. I do not care if you subscribe because I don't want you to, because you will do more harm than good. All right. I actually know a little something about what I'm talking about. I'll catch you next time.